Hey there. Welcome to this year's Shed by the Tracks Christmas special. Me and Earl are down here in our secret hideaway in the basement because it's too cold out in the shed. Now what you're going to see this year is I just looped together some of the comedy things from the last year or two that I thought were worthy of being seen again. You may have a different opinion, so keep it to yourself. So there won't be any working on anything or any of that, but there will be one thing that you're going to stick around for. I'll bet you. You're going to wanna. Yeah, I'm telling you, you're going to wanna. About halfway through the show, I am going to reveal the next big project. Yep, that's right. Right here on the Christmas special. So hang on, try to get through these comedy things, and then halfway through, I will play a video of the next big thing here on Shed by the Tracks. So let's just get to it. Me and Earl will watch along with you and maybe drop in once in a while and see what you're up to. All right? Here we go, the Shed by the Tracks Christmas special, right here. Okay, all I gotta remember is eggs, milk, and coffee. Eggs, milk, and coffee. Eggs, milk, and coffee. Alright, anybody coming? Of course there is. Doesn't matter what time of day it is, when I want to go somewhere, there's a damn parade past my driveway. Hell with it, I'm backing out. No, you can just wait, buddy. Did you see that? Damn fool almost hit me. Alright, here we go. Eggs, milk, and bread. With all that money Wile E. Coyote spent on rockets and dynamite, he could have bought a good meal. Yep. Okay, let's go. Waiting for the whole pole to turn green. Come on, it's the only shade of green they got. Probably on her damn phone. Come on. Alright, let's see. There's eggs, head of lettuce, and what was it? Oh yeah, hot dogs, no problem. Uh-oh, look at this guy. He's not gonna try cross. Yes, he's walking right out in the street. You moron. I swear, people just get dumber all the time. Go ahead, get across. That's okay. Yeah. See you Sunday, Reverend. I hate these damn on-ramps. None of these fools know how to use them. Come on, you gotta kick it in the ass. You gotta kick it in the ass. Are you kicking it? Are you kicking it? Come on, are you gonna kick it? Come on, oh man, I gotta kick it. I gotta kick it. Maybe I should call home and make sure I'm getting the right stuff. No, I'll be fine. It's only 3 items, for gosh sakes. Yeah, hamburger, orange juice, and Reader's Digest. Any idiot can remember that. You know, some days it seems like the world is just getting crazier and more out of control. There's a good reason for that. It is. Just look at the last couple of years. We've had wars, we've had high gas prices, and worst of all, for 2 long years you had to stay home with your family. Yeah, that was awful. You don't watch the news anymore. You try to ignore it. You pretend that you just can't hear it. You know, like when your wife says, I think we should start going to church again. There's this tremendous weight pushing down on you. And for once, it's not that huge gut you've been working on since high school. When the world starts getting me down, I think about some words of wisdom that my dear grandmother told me when I was young. Grandma would say, look, you little shit, life's about tragedy and loss. Now get down to the liquor store and pick me up a pack of Camels. Kids need that kind of honesty. Never hurt me any. Howdy. I thought I'd just take a minute here and talk about a subject that's kind of been in the news here the last couple of weeks. There's been a lot of talk this week about some strange objects that are coming from the north and floating across the states. And some people, well, they think it's China. Some say it's North Korea. Some say it's little green men. I don't think the Irish have anything to do with it. And if China wanted to know our secrets, well, hell, they'd just call us. I'll tell you what, I know who it is. It's Canada. It's always the quiet ones you gotta watch out for. Yep, always guys trying to blend into the woodwork, you know, and apologizing for any little thing that comes along. Yeah. Well, I'm on to you, Canada. Yep. You've been up there waiting for 250 years for us to become dumber than a bag of hammers. So you could just waltz right in and take over. Yep. Frankly, I'm surprised you haven't done it before now. You know, like when we invented Britney Spears. Well, I say it can't happen soon enough. With my behavior and my recent medical history, I could really use that free health care you got up there. Yeah. So come on down, take what you want. Hell, there ain't a lot left. I suggest you make your big move when that TV show The Kardashians is on. Yeah, we're setting ducks when that's on. Well, that's it. I guess I gotta go out and learn the metric system now. Let me see now. A CM is bigger than an M&M. But do they taste the same? I don't know. Well, I hope you're hanging in there. We just got a couple more of these things to get through and we're going to have the big reveal. Yep. Me and Earl, we're pretty excited, you know, and I hope you are too. So let's just get through a couple more of these things and you'll find out what's going on. Around here, there's an old saying, everybody wants to get into heaven, but nobody wants to die to get there. And that's very true. But have you ever really thought about what it will be like in heaven for eternity? There's no TV, you can't go fishing, and there's no alcohol. Those are the three things that have kept you from hanging yourself years ago. Now, I've heard from two reliable sources, the internet and talk radio, that the first people you meet in heaven will be your relatives. Yeah, you heard me. Your relatives. Yeah. Remember last Thanksgiving when the meal turned into a knife fight? Those relatives. But don't complain. Just be thankful that you made it there. Because they are partying like it's 1999 degrees down there. Yep. Just fall back on the skill that got you through high school, got you through 30 years at the ballpoint pen factory, and that is your ability to sleep anywhere. It's your superpower. But don't worry about it. You're going to find a way to fit in and say, I don't know, 1,000 years or so. But don't be causing trouble up there, because you getting into heaven, that's probably a clerical error. Hi there. Some of you feel the need to take time out of your busy day to give me advice. Well, normally I just ignore it. But some of you keep harping at me, advising me that I need to sell t-shirts for my YouTube channel. I don't know what good it's going to do, but keeping with that YouTube tradition of taking bad advice from total strangers, I decided I'd do it. Here we go. Shed by the Tracks merchandise. Let's see what we got. Alright, let's see, the first one. There it is. Yeah. It's in pretty good shape. I guess I'd take $10 for it. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. I've worn this for over a year. So, you might want to wash that when you get it. Now there's more, believe it or not. With each t-shirt, you get a custom graphics kit. And there it is. and I'll show you how it works. Alright, there you go. What do you think of that, huh? Oh, and you can personalize it. Yeah. Cool, huh? Alright, now if that wasn't enough, there's more. How about coffee cups? Look at that. Whoops. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Now these are a limited supply. They are limited to how many of them I can sneak out of the house without my wife noticing it. So, there we go. Now I know what you're asking yourself. Man, how can I get some of that sweet merch? Merch. That's what the kids are calling it now. Because they're lazy and stupid. Anywho, you just go get yourself the biggest envelope you can get. And you take a piece of paper and put your address on it. Put it down in the envelope. And then just shove in cash, as much as you can get in there. Just pack it. And then send it to me. I'll receive it. I'll decide if you've put enough in there. And then someday, when I'm out driving around, if I happen to go by your house, I'll stop and personally deliver it to you. What a deal. Yeah. All right, well, remember, this is a limited time only offer because at my age, all I have is limited time. Hey there, I was just sitting here doing some editing for next week's show. I kind of went down a rabbit hole with some old television shows I used to watch. How many of you guys remember that show, Petticoat Junction? Man, that was a great show, wasn't it? Yeah, that's Uncle Joe, he's a moving kind of slow. Yeah, when you were a kid, you used to hear that tune, watch Uncle Joe hobble around. You'd laugh. Yeah, well, ain't so damn funny now, is it? Nope. That was 50 years ago when you were young and full of promise. And now, well, you're Uncle Joe. Man, what the hell happened? You know, I'll tell you a weird thing. Every time I go to the doctor and they weigh me and measure me, see how tall I am? I lose a half an inch. Yeah. But, on the other hand, every time a socket rolls underneath the truck and I gotta get down there on the ground on my hands and knees to fish it out of there. Oh man, ground's further and further away. How's that happen? And when I gotta get back up, man, I'm waving my arms around like Pete Townsend trying to grab onto something. There's more popping and grinding and crying than when Dad tried to teach Mom how to drive a stick. The other day I threw my back out peeling a grape. Yeah, that's pathetic. Well, there's nothing you can do about it. I suppose a guy could, start exercising and, cut back a little bit on the beer, maybe back to just a couple of cases a day, and maybe, only a half a dozen donuts for breakfast. But let's be honest, that's not going to happen. Well, I say just relax. Just let Father Time take care of it. There are a lot worse things in life than getting old. Yeah. Number one being not getting old. Close second being anything involving children. So quit your complaining, swallow 8 or 10 more Tylenol, and just take one day at a time. Although at your age, you might want to cut that back to 45 minutes. This is the time of year here in the Midwest we refer to as fall. Or, if you're a communist in Vermont, you call it autumn. For many people, it's their favorite time of year. The crisp, chilly air, the changing of the foliage, and warm thoughts of the upcoming holiday. But for some of us, our thoughts turn to sky-high heating bill, raking endless mountains of leaves, and holiday meals with relatives that never miss a chance to remind you how nice your home is for someone with so little education. In fall, green gives way to brown. The warmth turns to numbing cold, and the freedom of t-shirts is buried under layer upon layer of flannel. This time of year, smiling people pass me by and cheerfully say, "Isn't this a beautiful fall day?" I smile and respond with, "Ah yes, autumn, the season of death." But here on the plains, when the north wind blows, I take comfort in small things, like the fact that the average age of a man breaking his yard and dying of a heart attack is 72, and knowing I've got a few good years left. So take heart. There is always the promise that spring will come again. And if the effects of that old Lucky Strike pack-a-day habit doesn't kick in for another 6 months, you'll be able to again see the green grass from a standing position. Okay, here we go. I'm about ready to start the video of the next big project on Shed by the Tracks. And when it's over, I'll give you a little bit of explanation as to why this all happened. Okay? All right. Here it comes. This is it. There's no turning back now. Here we go.
Okay, let off the brake. Good, just let her go back, Dad.
Yep, just let her roll. Just keep letting her roll. You're doing great. Yep, you're doing great. Keep letting her go. Let her just go right off there. There you go. You're free.
Sit later, Trevor.
Here you go.
What do you
Okay,
What's the instructions?
so right here, your horns.
need out of my pocket?
What's more important to you, if it runs or if that radio works? You think you should try that
Oh,
first?
yeah. Let's not waste the battery on starting it.
Yeah, screw that.
Let's see if the radio works.
I want to hear some WMT.
Okay, well, this is the GM. There we go.
Got her? Sweet.
On, off. You ready?
I believe so.
Okay.
There she goes.
Like a top. Sounds like a top. Fire it right up. Good. You're doing good. Just keep running straight. I don't know how much we did or just, drove it. I'm not sure, but I'm kind of thinking that might be right. I think somebody's put some new stuff on there. God only knows if that's right. I'm going to find a lot of stuff on here that's been hackeried. But, it's a car. What more can I want, huh?
It went around the block and it's not rusted apart, so
Yeah,
what the hell do you...
it's a
what do you
car. Yes.
do? And it's got cool antenna. So.
And I wanted it so damn bad.
Yeah! Good thing it's here so you can pick it apart.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this looks like shit.
Worst decision of my life.
Yeah, worst decision of my life.
I don't know.
Yeah, well,
Hey, I can get around this thing.
probably outlast me. Okay, well, that's it. We had it running. Going home. All right, what do you think, huh? Yeah, she's a big one. The deal with this is that when I was a kid back in the 60s, my grandfather had a 49 Buick. And I spent many an hour riding in the back of that car. So while I was in the hospital, fresh out of a coma, and in a fentanyl high, I decided the thing I wanted to do when I got out of the hospital was find another 49 Buick. Well, the boys helped me out. They went and got it, brought it back, and it's safely tucked away in a secret location across town, awaiting, some warmer weather to work on it and a little bit of energy on my part. So that's the explanation. I've kind of wanted one for many years, but opportunity never came up. And the last time I sat in one of these was about 60 some years ago. And let me tell you, when I climbed up into it, it was pretty trippy. Yeah, because there it all was again. Amazing. So you guys that donate to the channel, that's what I wasted it on. Yep. All right. Enough of that jazz. Back to the show.
You know, YouTubers are always asking the same questions. How do I get more viewers? How do I get more subscribers? How do I grow my channel? There are all kinds of people on YouTube handing out free advice. I watched this one young fella. He was wearing sandals, so I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt on that. Anyways, he said, you gotta work hard and hustle. I didn't like the sound of that at all. So I got to thinking, are more subscribers what we really want? Do we really need more people disappointed in our apparent lack of any kind of natural talent? That's what parents are for. That's just more people expecting you to get better and better. The last thing we do is get better and better. Ask our wives. So I've done some scientific research, and I have figured out the secret to getting YouTube subscribers. Large breasts. Yep. Now for us guys, that's a bit of a setback. Sure, some of you beefier fellas, you could pull it off. But for a lot of women, that's 100,000 subscribers first day. So I say just relax and enjoy the viewers that you have. Unless that antifreeze your wife's been mixing into your oatmeal every morning makes you grow breasts, then I say go for it. Yep.
This is the Iowa Public Television Network.
Tonight, Iowa Public Television proudly presents a Ken Burns special, brought to you by Ed's Mortuary, Taxidermy, and Horseshoeing Emporium.
There are times in your life when you need a company you can trust. But there are other times when you just need a guy with determination and a shovel. That's when you need Ed's Mortuary, Taxidermy, and Horseshoeing Emporium. Ed offers a senior discount and guarantees service in 20 minutes or it's free. No returns. So whether it's that 8-point buck, old buck, or cousin buck, Ed's Mortuary, Taxidermy, Horseshoeing Emporium provides one-stop shopping.
Located on Highway 6 next to Chow's Egg Roll House. No appointments. Carry-ins welcome.
The year was 2023. It was late August in Saskatchewan, and the snowpack was almost gone. Further to the south, in Iowa, it was still 1848. An arms race was raging between Carter's hairstyling to the north and an old man in a shed to the south. Not that far south. It all started as a Cold War between YouTube giants. On one side, the head of the vast Carter Empire. On the other side, a poor dirt farmer. And escalated quickly into all-out war. Things were said.
Well, that shed by the tracks character's gone too far this time. He accused me of being the T word. That's right. Tolerance.
Chairs were thrown. More things were said. After last week's show, when I started the radiator project, I got this call from some guy up in Canada telling me I'm doing it all wrong. He told me he was a big deal on YouTube, you know, before the cocaine habit kicked in. And he had a radiator that was certified and he had all the receipts from the local Walmart for it. A small amount of private property was damaged. Both sides dug in. More chairs were thrown. By early fall, both sides had run out of chairs. Dearest Mary, how I miss our little taxpayer-subsidized farm. The conditions here are unbearable. This morning we lost 40 men to a hurtful and sarcastic remark. I was nearly offended myself. Private Roger Abbott. Peace talks were started on September 20th during happy hour. And after an intense week of drinking and reckless gunfire, there was a breakthrough. Both sides laid down their arms and agreed. The danger was not each other as they had feared. The real enemy was the French in Alberta.
Up next on Iowa Public Television, it's Sewing with Nancy. Then it's The Joy of Car Restoration with Miles. This is the Iowa Public Television Network.
Hi. Welcome to another postcard from the shed. Now normally, these little postcards are meant to be light and humorous. Although, judging from some of the comments, that may just be hopeful thinking on my part. Anywho, this time I've got a serious and helpful tip for all you do-it-yourselfers that you might enjoy. Hopefully. Now, from time to time, us do-it-yourselfers find ourselves in need of some thin and bendy wire. maybe for cleaning out a carburetor jet, or wrapping up that new muffler you bought for the truck, or even wiring on that crown on that tooth till you can save up enough money to go see a dentist. Now the hardware store has all kinds of wire, but man, they want like $5 for a roll of wire. That's a lot of money for a retired guy here in the good old US of A. And you fellas up in Canada, man, at the current exchange rate, you roll up $5 worth of Canadian money and stick it down in your pants, I venture to say you could get a date with just about anybody, depending on your persuasion. Okay, I wandered off here a little bit. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, wire. Now I'm going to tell you where to get all the wire you're ever going to need for free. That's right, free. The retired guy's magic word. What you do is go out, get in your truck, and drive around. Just drive around. And what you're looking for is this. Yeah. When the phone company or the gas company needs to know where a line's buried, they send out an overpaid city worker and he sticks these flags in the ground over the top of it. Yeah. And the wire is perfect for our use. Now I want to give you a word of caution here. Always wait till the city worker gets back in his truck and drives away, because he gets real touchy about you pulling him up out of the ground while he's standing there. I've found that after dark is the perfect time to find these. Okay, well that's our tip for this week from Shed by the Tracks. Now if you'll excuse me, I got a date. Yep, court date. Hey there. It's the end of the month, and at the end of the month, YouTube sends me this here printout of my statistics. And I thought maybe you guys would, like to see what's on here. Might enjoy that. If you don't, keep it to yourself. Let's see, what shall we start with? Let's start with gender. Let's see how many women watch the show. That'll be interesting. All right, let's see. Carry the 4. Round it off. 0. No women watch this show. Not a lot of interest from women. A lot like high school. Okay, let's check and see how many men watch the show. 99.1%. Kind of saw that coming, didn't you? Yeah. Men are used to disappointment and failure, so, this is the place for you. Okay, well, that's that. Wait a minute. There's a third category here. Gender neutral. 0.6%. Now these are people that have a hard time making up their mind, so I'm going to call that a win. All right, now we'll move on to the age demographics. 13 to 17. Well, as you might expect, that's a big fat 0. Just one thought on that. If you're 13 and somebody on the internet is asking you if you like older men in videos, tell your folks. All right, 18 to 24, 0.2% of 18 to 24-year-olds watch my show. All right, if you're 18 to 24 and you're watching this show, don't give up. Your complexion will eventually clear up. Yeah. All right, what's next here? It's really empty until we get to 45 to 54. Yeah. That's the age where you start lowering your standards. Yep. You've come to the right place. Let's see. Oh, here's the big one. 55 to 64. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yeah. 81%. Yep. Now you guys, I know why you identify with this show. Because at your own home, out in your own shed, you are working on the project of a lifetime. You're pouring your heart, your soul, and your sweat into this project. And you're hoping that when you leave this earth, your children will inherit all that hard work. Yep. Nope. It's going straight to the dump as fast as they can call a tow truck. Yep. Next category is 65 and up. Now, a couple words about this category. This fluctuates all the time, with a high of 17% to sometimes as low as 2%, usually during the flu season and after a wet, heavy snow. YouTube sends me this, they tell me, so I'll have the information I need to make my channel grow and grow and grow. Well, call me a pessimist, but between YouTube unsubscribing people and natural causes, I'm losing ground here. You know, I was thinking the other day about lifestyle changes you have to make when you get older. I've recently made a change in my behavior. I've quit walking with my hands in my coat pockets. Yep. And here's my reason. I'm at the age where my heart could quit just like that. Yep. Let's say I go to the hardware store or a all-you-can-eat buffet, or if it's family night, the liquor store. I get out of my car, I walk in there, across that parking lot with my hands down in my coat pockets. If my heart quits, my face is going to have a really bad day. Look, I'm just like the rest of you guys. Sure, some of you had skills, you worked hard, and you achieved your dreams. But the rest of us, any kind of fame or success in this life has just passed us by. So looking presentable at our own funeral, it's our last chance to be a winner.
You know, there's only so much that modern science and a good mortician can do. With every passing year, I'm giving them less and less to work with. I don't want to make their job harder. So I've decided to quit walking with my hands in my coat pockets. And hopefully, in that last precious second of life, I can block my fall and I can go out with my good looks.
The holidays are over. The turkey has been eaten. The eggnog has been drank. That Christmas tree that cost you more than your first car, it's laying out on the curb. And the result of this festive time is you're 10 pounds heavier and your wallet is a hell of a lot lighter. And so begins the ritual of taking down the Christmas decorations. All the lights, the bells, and the holly that were hung with such joy and care are unceremoniously ripped from their hooks and carted off to the garage to be stored between the fertilizer and the weed killer. Another Christmas, another year has come and gone. Behind you are the celebrations, parades, and rich food. What lies ahead is at least 4 months of snow, bone-chilling cold, and dead car batteries. Every month, the postman will leave you a bill from the gas company that will force you to decide between staying warm and having that leaky heart valve replaced. But at least it's quiet now, and outside, by yourself, you have time to reflect on the year that has gone and your hopes for the year to come. Now, some people would be reflective and admit to things and situations they could have handled better over the past year, and maybe make some changes. But guys like you and me, we know better. Self-improvement at our age is just a waste of time. Besides, if we stop yelling at traffic and spouting off our narrow-minded opinions at perfect strangers, our wives will think we're up to no good. So goodbye to the holidays. Good Lord willing, in 11 months, you'll drag all this crap out again.
All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you want to throw your money down a rat hole, you can always donate to the show because, you know, I don't take anything from YouTube and they don't do anything for me either. So send your donations in. We'll get to working on that Buick. Yeah. You can either donate or not, okay? All right. You got that? All right. We'll see you in January sometime. And until then, Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas. What's that other one? Felice Naughty Dogs? Yeah, that one. Have a good time. And I'll see you in January. Me and Earl both will see you. Right, Earl? Yeah. Okay, bye-bye.